All right. Do you want me to stay on the phone with you?
So we could see what it would look like.
You got it.
He did. I was different camera systems, so they want to switch it.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the camera that we use outside.
Sounds good. Yeah, I'll do my best car camera work.
So is today connectivity?
But all right, so we can go ahead and drive to those 4 spots. He's gonna give me a call if there's any breakups, so we know what spot there is. We're also gonna have that recording too, so I'll do my best job, doing my little safari camera work. I feel like this is the Jurassic Park or something.
It's been called that before.
I was gonna say the Jurassic Park entrance. You said.
Yeah.
I was just there in Hawaii.
We can do the rock garden if you want to, or we can go around.
Hey, let's do it. I'm here for it, man.
Sure, now that's not all icy core.
Yeah.
Sliding.
Skid plate.
A little bit. It happens. I will say, you throw 4 people into a Bronco, your ground clearance becomes less than what it was with 1 or 2 people in it.
Yeah.
You don't have to take a weight dig on me right now.
It's all your fault, Dan. Everything is your fault.
Today.
Man, I've been trying, man. Keto's not working out for me.
Well, come out here and work for us. I lost 40 pounds since I've been here.
Oh, say that?
I've been doing roughly anywhere from 25 to 30,000 steps a day.
Oh, it's...
Holy shit.
Yeah.
I thought your job was driving.
No, my job is not driving. That is a common misconception. I'm out of the vehicles, walking with the guest, than we actually do driving them. So
That's a ton.
yeah.
And just to hit 20,000 steps in a day is a feat.
So that was the first 2 that we had talked about, the hill climb and the rock garden. And we were coming around here to the articulation mounds.
And we're still getting great upload speed, so...
Okay.
The dance.
Do it. Lift a tire or 2 off the ground here in just a second. You feel that? Yep, we're not moving, so we'll lock up a differential. And we're moving. Turn that off. Nobody wants to hear park distance beeping at us. Transitional side tilt here. So again, tires are off the ground, basically left front, right rear. We'll lock up a differential. Let's we used rear last time, let's use the front this time. See if there's any difference in it. Still worked, right? Driving through the obstacle, feel that tire back on the ground.
Man, I think you were born for the camera.
As soon as we were done, we turned that off. So. All right. So that was the 2 around ORX, or the 2 spots, 4 spots, 2 areas. We'll go out from here back towards 2-step first. And do we want to roll through it again, or do we just want to go to the top of it? Up to you guys. I really don't care. I mean,
depends on what you're doing, where you're streaming from. If you're going to try and do the stream of them going through the whole thing,
we might as well.
Okay.
You should do the whole. I mean,
absolutely.
That way I can take it from the freaking cabin from the
you can feel it from here. Yeah.
You never know when you get dips, so.
That's the thing, and we are down in the pool there. So
Yeah, a little bit of a drop down in there.
Yeah.
Well, our upload speed's 4,100 kilobytes per second. So that's
solid.
really strong.
That's really solid.
Yeah, there's 3 towers, Nikki, basically right on the property.
Yeah, I saw that, so pretty confident.
C1, Mike.
Yeah, we actually called one of the trails Cell Tower Hill Trail, so. Because that's what you said you were using. Yeah, we went around this the last time. This is just another way to get there, depending on how we get in there. But it's a little snug, I'm not going to lie. So.
Originally only had widths for golf carts.
Yeah, that's what it was designed for. Yeah.
So, we've.
So that's why you've seen a lot of the pavement, they've added stones beside it. It was just the easiest way to widen it and make it a little easier to get through.
Because when it was skeet shooting, someone would come out here in a golf cart to go to their bay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, this is what this was for? Skeet shooting?
Originally, yep.
You guys even got coolers set up.
We do. So Yeti's one of our team sponsors, so we have Yeti solos around. Anywhere we stop and talk and teach, we'll have a place for our guests to get some water.
Oh, nice.
So that's some of our other trail guides just doing some training. They're just out getting even more familiar with the terrain and the Bronco on their days off. So. It is. Somebody willing to come out and do that on their day off just to be better at their job shows you the team that we're trying to build here and what we're looking for. So
Yeti's actually out of Boston.
they are.
Yeah. Their headquarters is on Congress, isn't it?
Somewhere in that area.
And Nikki, get ready for this, buddy.
Oh man.
A little bit of a rock garden here to start with.
The first part's just a warm-up.
Yeah. And this is somewhere we normally will spot guests through most of the time, just because these holes are pretty big, and if they come off of them wrong, it's where they will drop and could do some damage just because of the how large the rocks are. And I've never been through here with 4 people in a vehicle, so
this is a great opportunity for you.
We'll see if anything touches. Yep.
If you need me to get out at the big part, I can.
No.
Thanks for that compliment. I appreciate that.
I'll just adjust my line a little bit
out
of the way. Yeah. Well, I mean, it's just one of those things. A lot of people don't think about that when they're going. They just load up every bit of gear they can in their vehicle and don't think about, well, every pound you're putting in there, that suspension is lowering down and you're losing ground clearance. So it may not seem like a big deal, but when you get to certain obstacles and you start getting that belly rub on, you end up getting high-centered and become a turtle where you can't move, then it becomes an issue. You need me to hold that for you a second?
Yeah.
There we go.
Heating up in here.
Heat works really well in these. I can turn it down a little bit.
For what I was thinking, I thought I was like, better bring a better jacket. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Watching through the front face. So freaky.
Man, I just have no idea how that just happened.
Loading is slow, steady. You just want to moving, just gingerly moving, and it just allows that momentum to keep. I think it was Newton that said stay in motion.
For every reaction or action.
Absolutely. Now, did we see the difference this time? Sorry, Dan. I just got to rub it in a little bit.
I deserve that. I felt that. Let's go.
Didn't even spin a tire, did we? No smoke coming off those tires or anything.
It's not as exciting.
It's not, but...
Oh, Dan, did you break one of these?
No, man.
He just smoked the tires a little bit. That was it.
So, everything's good?
We got it's actually going up.
Okay.
We're close to 42.
All right.
So.
Me and Dan got to do that earlier. We both drove.
We took our time to go through there, and everyone was like, Dan, have you ever?
Yeah, I wouldn't, personally.
So from here we can go up to Wobbler. So we'll run the back way up to Wobbler instead of the one earlier, and then it'll just, again, we can check that signal all the way up through there. So.
Yeah, might as well, right?
Yeah. But I know we had talked about it a little bit, whether it gets used or not. At least if we have that option, and we'll know we've got the signal or not.
Yep.
Yeah.
I will say though that the stones on the side of the little golf cart track just make it look super fancy.
I will say they have a lot of expense for this. Property owners have been amazing to work with. Anything we've asked for, at least from what I've seen, we'll get it done. So. No, I don't know what they're billing us for it, but, but they're taking care of it when we ask for it, so.
Oh, hold on. Camera not connected. What's going on? Glad I caught that. We're good. I think the wire might have just pulled, so I'll just be a little more careful. But we're still pushing out good signals. So.
Okay.
You know, we did a test with that back at home, and if you put pressure on the cable, it knocked it out. We weren't sure if it was the cable or what it was.
With the live
view pack. When it was fine. It just, like, I'd pull the camera and then the cord would pull tight, and all of a sudden we would lose you know, feed. So it just seems like it's a little finicky. You just got to be careful not to.
Yeah, I usually don't have problems with the live view units. You know, sometimes with these cables, you know, you never know how they were wrapped.
Yeah, cables are cables. So I can't have enough of them.
Exactly. Yeah, I always.
Oh, come on. You can feel all that bind to the four-wheel drive system, so I'm just trying to alleviate that on the pavement. Don't want to be causing more strain and stress on the vehicle than it needs. So, and that's a lot of what we teach people also. When's the proper time to use that four-wheel drive system, and when would you not want to? So, there we go. If we're going to be on pavement for quite a bit longer, we'll just hold in two-wheel drive for now.
And the overhead camera seems super accurate too. Looks super nice.
Yeah, it's always amazed me how they take those camera views, because there's no camera above the vehicle, you know? I mean, it's the camera views around it and the way they stitch them to make those 360 views around it. It just blows my mind.
Yeah, I wish we had gotten, like, seeing the screen, I wish we had the front camera on the ones we were
I know. I love this, but it...
Because I was going to back here and they would be able to see that screen the whole time.
Yeah.
Well, I'll say, you know, your office doesn't have a bad view.
Well, there are definitely some good perks to this job. I'm looking for them, but no.
Oh, can come by periodically for you, give you some, you know, free entertainment.
Yeah.
Examples.
That's it.
Bad guys.
What not to do. Dan is a
do.
perfect. I like to use those out here. They're called teaching moments. So we want to teach you how to do it properly.
I will afford you much teaching opportunity.
Did they get the Wi-Fi back up and
I have not texted picture.
Yeah, Scott said he'd like to, you know, because it looks solid throughout everything we've done so far.
Yep.
So we have
we're hitting it. We're gonna hit it now.
Cool.
So can I go out for 2 hours right now? Hit the whole entire thing.
Oh no, it's okay.
So we're hitting all the spots that we're gonna film at. We're just not going like deep out into the course because we won't be doing.
Okay, sure. How much land on this?
3 acres. Yeah, you can get out there.
And we run literally in that 10-hour day. We start on one end and run all the way to the other side. So we cover quite a bit of it.
Back
Yeah.
Wash bay.
Yep. Headed back from the group this morning. Get them up there and get ready for tomorrow's group. So.
When I think about that, you probably have on-site full-time porters, don't you?
Yeah, they're called trail guides.
Oh, really?
So that's some of that behind the scenes stuff that.
It seems all glamorous.
Yeah, and then you realize at the end we get to go move those vehicles and then go wash and detail them. Maybe not all of us. Some of us do, some of us don't. But and we do have several guys that their whole job is just cleaning the vehicles and getting them ready. So
it seems like it could be for this many of them out here. You could have a couple people busy all day long.
Yes.
Especially if you're washing them after each one.
And we do try to, like today, with that, it's frozen right now.
Yeah.
They can't get through the pressure washer, so they're trying to figure out how to do that, but.
So yeah, we haven't dipped below 41 since we got out here. So.
Well, this area is pretty flat that we'll be in next, so I don't. But we are further away from towers, but I seriously don't think it's going to drop if we're holding that.
I don't see it. There's the 3 cell towers right here. I figure there's not going to be a problem. I think our only problem right now is internet if we need to base out of here. I told them that usually up to about 200 megabytes a second. And
Just when we get back, because he said it should have come up around 12:45.
okay.
So he said he believes 5 connections.
Okay.
Insane that they would push it that high.
I just told Chris, I'm like, if it needs to be here, I'm like, I think we could take like one of those high top tables in the corner, right, and probably set someone would be out of the way, and then everybody else would be right, just in case they had to.
I will defer that ultimate decision to Mike as the site director.
Okay.
I would think on a, what's the day of the broadcast? Wednesday or Thursday? Thursday should be light enough, Corey.
Yeah.
Shouldn't be an issue.
I wouldn't think it would be either.
I told him it would have to be really small. I'm like, it'd have to be small, but I'm like, we could probably take one table here in the corner, and if somebody needed to set up with a laptop, get plugged in and take a table, I'm like, we could
that may or may not have been an office for me for as well, so I understand.
Not yet. They're still, my understanding, finishing it out as far as what their intentions are. What we were told is just that corporate side. Somebody wants to do those events or something like that, that they would be using us, but then they could stay on site there instead of the hotel, stuff like that.
Is
So
that other barn then?
No, that is the church.
The barn right there is the other one.
Oh, that's the other one.
That's the heated and cooled restroom barn that we currently store vehicles in there, but we could move them around.
That's the one that you guys have.
That's one that we're permitted to use, but they are going to ask about using the cart barn, which shouldn't be an issue.
I don't
think
it
would be for base. I was talking earlier about so that Monday they want to rig cameras, and so that's not the safest. Like we've got this one up here.
I would think,
Yeah,
this. Or once they have,
just switching sides. All right, we're good to go. We're still pushing out great signal.
Okay.
Good.
Funny, you can see where the tops of the bushes are freezing.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Moisture that was blowing across there, just the wind and stuff.
So how many of these broadcasts are you looking to do?
The first one, and if everything goes well, they're in the process of building 4 courses, isn't that correct?
3 others.
3 others, so there would be 4 total, but that's all. Right now we're just trying to get through this.
yeah, understood.
The other two of the other locations could be pretty tricky for doing live broadcasts.
Yes.
In fact, almost impossible.
From logistics or cell towers or cell
here. Yeah, we'd have to think through. There's some spots we could do it around base camp area, but you step outside of Wi-Fi and you've got nothing.
When you're in Moab, it's not like...
No, it's all or nothing. I mean, there's no forgiveness there. And those guys carry I think Blake still has them carrying
sat phones, yep.
Just
in case.
Just in case.
Really? Like if a car breaks down or something like that, they don't get stuck out there?
That's right. Same with Nevada, they carry sat phones. Their radios are pretty. We bought a repeater there to get radio coverage from the property. Works well. So many dips and valleys out there, they have it. Good coverage.
I'm probably not going to drive this at maybe about 10%.
Okay.
So this is doing this all in the normal mode, right?
Right now we are, yeah. When I did a little bit of rock crawl down there, I did shift into rock crawl coming up out that area that we call Texas two-step.
Okay.
Typically through here, I'd be running it in Baja mode, something like that.
Flying through here.
Yeah.
A little rally course.
It was.
Yeah.
We were sideways a couple times.
All four wheels on the ground at the same time, don't they?
All the time. Never left the ground.
Yes, make sure you say that. This is all recorded.
On dirt roads and stuff. It took us straight to there.
How'd they do that?
I will say today it was actually a little harder to get the thing loose. This wet, tacky dirt versus the fine, sandy stuff that we have a lot of times.
Oh, yeah.
It just wants to scoot around on that fine, sandy stuff a little bit more. Yeah, when we first started this, it was hilarious. We'd be going through here, and there'd just be cars parked on the side of the interstate over there just watching.
Oh, really?
Because they had no idea, they hadn't seen it, and
cool.
they'd just be lined up through there.
It's different going through there slow.
Of course, pushing you down, and yeah.
That was all ocean.
100%.
Is that what you call it, the oh shit handle?
Yep. Final one. As long as we had good signal.
Solid all the way throughout, right, Nicky?
Yeah, it's been punching 41, 42. The lowest it went down to was 4. So
what's your risk of dropouts? Threshold, or is it just that almost doesn't matter? It's other network latency problems that might just crop up.
Yeah, exactly. From what I know, it's I've really only dealt with good signal before, and I mean,
That's supposed to be the thing about these packs, because you pick up the difference.
Exactly.
One is going down, the other's picking up the slack.
Oh, Scott's calling.
And so
hello.
you can look up to all 3 different companies.
Oh, Scott will answer the question. So I'm not very qualified. Scott, you're on speakerphone.
No, you're fine.
Yeah, so basically, guys, the reception. Scott answered the question. So can you guys hear me?
Yeah. We're getting the feedback of ourselves talking through.
The reception's been ideal. We haven't really seen any dropouts, so that means we've got good, strong cell coverage across all 3 major carriers. AT&T, T-Mobile, and Verizon are all showing good high-quality coverage out there.
Excellent.
So we haven't seen any dropouts at all.
Awesome.
That's great. Yeah, we just hit everything that we are going to hit in our live show.
Okay, good. Well, we should be in great shape then. I mean, you're not expecting like hundreds of people out there, right? Or am I wrong about that?
No. They will be running that day, so there might be 100 people out there.
At the max, probably 100 people.
Yeah, that's nothing. I just, when you get into hundreds or really more like thousands of people, then sometimes the cell towers get a little more clogged up. This is no problem. It's been super steady the whole course.
Awesome.
All right, that's great. That's good news.
So, I'm happy. So I think it's a good, successful test, and we captured all that on YouTube, so we'll send you that link. You guys can go back and look at it.
All right.
See for yourself.
All right, sounds good. Thank you, Scott. I appreciate it.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. Bye.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Thanks.
All right, we'll let Chris know.
So I think somebody was asking about where they go at the end of the day.
Yes.
So this is where we end up dropping all the vehicles at the end of the day. So we all loop back around, and we're right here in these two holding lots. Typically aimed going that way up the hill or whatever, but it just depends on the flow sometimes. But and then everybody walks from here down into base camp. So.
Okay, so if we were doing our outro, we wouldn't ever get the Broncos going through. It would just be a line of people walking through.
Most likely, yeah.
Okay.
Hey, Scott, I can power down, right?
Yeah, all good.
Alright, sounds good. No problem, bye-bye. Yeah, I got